And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you parallel reality visualization, the secret to true manifestation. This video, I think, has the potential to change your life and how you go creating what you want. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of what is called parallel reality and visualization. But we're going to mix the two together so we get parallel reality visualization all as one thing. And the reason being is because this, I think, is the key. It is a secret to you really creating what you want. And it's also understanding this, how visualization really works in the process of how reality works. Now, what quantum physics shows us is that we are shifting to parallel reality, and we're doing this so continuous we don't even know we're doing it. That's how skillful we are. We're doing this and we got no idea. What we think of as time is movement through different parallel realities. So you see what I'm doing right now? I'm moving through time. So we have this time-space linear way of interpreting reality, and that is why we may experience things because we have memory, we're able to tie these events together, but it's all happening at the same moment. The reason this is powerful to understand is because the only true power is now. So sometimes when people visualize, like using old LOA way of thinking of things, law of attraction, is people think about it in the form of, in the future, they want to project something. In 1 year hence, I will have X, Y, Z. And they imagine 1 year hence. Here's the thing. 1 year never actually comes because it's always this moment now. The idea and the understanding of how reality really works is embodying the frequency now. One of the most powerful ideas I've ever found is also from Neville Goddard. You guys ever heard of Neville Goddard? He wrote the book called Feeling is the Secret. He has this idea. You ready for this? This is very powerful. This intertwines perfectly with parallel reality visualization. Assume the wish fulfilled. I think it's a book that or something, but it's a concept that he talks about a lot. Assume the wish fulfilled. Assume it is done because the parallel reality you imagine, it already exists. Because every different potentiality already exists regardless. Because everything exists here and now. And the way to think about this is to understand that since every reality exists, you can imagine the one where you're doing whatever you want to do. Where you're killing the game. I like to say it like that. Killing the game. Imagine that version of you, what you'd be doing, how you'd be acting, what kind of beliefs would you have. And you can then identify the frequency of that version of you. The vibration of that version of you. We could colloquially say that, I like that word, colloquial. You could colloquially say that your vibration is a combination of how you think, how you feel, and how you act. You change these three things, you change your vibration, you change the reality that you shift to. Now, if you can identify that frequency, you can then assume the wish fulfilled. You can assume that that's who you are. And I've done this many times in my life. When I imagine that of what I wanted to create in my life, I remember I was projecting myself using the old law of attraction way of thinking about it. I was like, in 1 year hence, I like that word hence too. In 1 year hence, if I make a video a day, my life will be forever changed. But what I did is in that moment, I started to embody the video a day. Because then I'm of the frequency of that version of me. I imagine that Aaron in a year from 2017, February 2017, I was like, in 1 year hence, I will be making daily videos on YouTube, full time, not going to a job I don't like. And I imagined that version of me. But then what I said is, okay, I'm going to embody it now. I'm going to make daily videos now. And you say, well, you have a 40-hour-a-week job at the time. Why would you, that seems like a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but I was embodying the frequency of that version of me now. And then by doing that, it eventually became my reality. Now, the important part to understand is what I did is I tapped into the parallel reality version of me that I was already doing that. You could think it almost like a bleed through. It was almost like the version of me that was already doing that was like reaching into my timeline and like, yo, bro, just make a video a day and watch what happens. So when it comes to visualization and parallel reality, understand first off, any reality you can imagine, it already exists. The reason you don't experience it is because that version of you is at a different frequency. But if you match the frequency of that version of you, you then will start to experience that reality. So if you imagine the version of you that's killing the game and you look very confident, you could start to embody those characteristics now of being confident, and you will start to experience more of that reality now. But remember, it already exists, so it's not something you have to project to some time in the future. It's more so you could just embody it right now. The thing I've always believed as well, not even believed, but experienced, is that I can give myself permission to feel any way I want by not needing reasons to feel a certain way. Our mind needs reasons. The ego structure that we use in this reality, this 3D avatar body, it needs reasons. I will feel happy when XYZ happens, and then I'll give myself permission to release dopamine and cortisol, or dopamine and serotonin. But we could just feel the way we want by giving ourselves permission to feel that way. By not needing the rule in the mind that says when XYZ happens, then I'll feel this way. And by embodying that in the present moment, we begin to experience the reality that we want, because it's about frequency. So first off, let's understand as well, when it comes to visualization, what is the purpose of visualization? The purpose of visualization is that when you're visualizing a parallel reality version of you killing the game, doing what you love, you imagine that version of you, you do it because it helps you tap into the frequency of that version of you. Not because in the future you will then experience that parallel reality. You do it because it's the vibration you prefer. You see, most people use visualization to get somewhere. Don't use visualization to get somewhere. Use visualization as an end in of itself. Use visualization because it allows you to tap into your frequency of who you really are. This is the secret to true manifestation. Assume the wish fulfilled. Assume that what you want to experience already exists, because it does. And then simply link up to the frequency of that version of you and literally become it. Become it. I could have given myself a longer till I actually was like, I'm going to make daily videos on YouTube. Like, well, first I need the better camera. I need this type of editor. No, just give yourself permission to tap into that reality now, because it already exists. So parallel reality visualization is about understanding that because that parallel reality already exists, you can begin to tap into it now. Here's another thing. When you think of that parallel reality version of you, don't think of it on a pedestal. This is an idea from reality transurfing, which, if you haven't heard, is the most powerful manifestation I've ever found. Reality transurfing. It's a book written in Russia. It's very popular in Russia. It's only in the last 5 years it's starting to get to the States. It's probably like the book The Secret, or what a lot of people in the United States or Western society knows of The Secret. It's like that in Russia. Reality transurfing. Amazing book. I have a meditation below right now that will show you that of how to decrease importance, which is one of the most powerful concepts I've ever found. This kind of is a marriage between Eastern philosophy, Western philosophy as well. Like letting go. Like, how do you let go and then intend at the same time? Well, you understand that decreasing importance, anytime you make something very, very important, you put it on a pedestal and you separate yourself vibrationally from it. Imagine you're like, I imagine the reality where I'm making a lot more money, 100,000 a year. Oh, it's so important. It's so cool. If that would happen, it's so cool. It's so important. And then we're vibrationally saying it's separate from where we currently are. We're put on a pedestal. And the more important we make it, the more vibrationally dissonant we become from it. The key is to take it off the pedestal. To know you'd be good either way. Whether you make 100K a year or whatever, you're good either way. And by knowing that, you then can just be more natural about it. So something I always say when it comes to parallel reality shifting and visualization is know that that reality for the version of you you imagine, the things that version of you is doing is natural. When you think of the version of you that is killing the game, it's natural for you to kill the game. All right? It's not like on this big pedestal, like, oh my God, I gotta kill the game, I gotta kill the game, I gotta kill the game. It's like you just kill the game. It's just natural part of killing the game. Is you being yourself, that version of you. So you tap into that version of you that's just killing the game, but it's just natural to kill the game. It's not like you're killing the game. It's like you're just killing the game. Okay? It's natural. It's natural. So think of it like that. So if you imagine the version of you that is when I was imagining the version of me, the parallel reality version of me that was making daily videos, that did it full time, didn't have to go to a job I didn't really care for. I imagine that version of me wasn't like, oh my God, I don't get to go to a job today, I'm so excited, because then it would be on a pedestal. And when I imagined that version of me, I wasn't like, oh my goodness, I make a video a day, it's so big deal. I was like, no, it's just making a video a day because it's part of who I am. I don't go to a job I don't care about because it's not who I am. It's natural, but it's good either way. Even if I had to go to, some job or something, it wasn't the end of the world. But you don't put these things on pedestals. That's why a lot of people that want to attract a relationship, they put them on a pedestal. They're like, how can I attract the specific text from this one person, as this one person's on a very high pedestal, and as long as they treat me exactly how I think, I'll feel happy. But because it's on a pedestal, guess what? You create resistance. That person feels the resistance energetically and then doesn't reciprocate. The key is to put it off the pedestal and to be like, yo, I'm good either way. I'm a happy person. I fill up my own cup. And if other people want to be around me, they can be around me. But you see, this is a different way of the energy dynamics of going around it. So when I talk about decreasing importance, if you want a powerful meditation that will help you to decrease importance, it'll be in the top of the description box below. Listen for 21 days. It will help link up your self-image to you knowing it's natural for you to kill the game. And you don't want to necessarily kill the game. You can love the game. You can love the game, But in general, just realize that this becomes all natural. So parallel reality visualization is the literal understanding that what you want to experience, the parallel reality you want to experience, it exists right now. You're tapping into it, but you're not doing it because it's going to get you there in the future, because there is no future. You're doing it because it is the frequency of who you are. And you just want to be yourself. I just want to do me. That's it. So I visualize because it's who I am. And in the same way, that's what you could do, is you could just visualize the best version of yourself, killing the game, knowing that parallel reality already exists. And then look at that version of you. Say, how is that version of me acting? How is that version of me feeling? What is that version of me doing? What are the values of that version of me? What are the daily habits of that version of me? And then just be that version of you. Not in the future, not one day, and it's not on a pedestal, but you just start to embody those characteristics. You start to do stuff like that version of you. And by doing it and assuming the wish fulfilled, because the version of you that's killing the game just assumes you killed the game. You don't got to try to kill the game. That's another thing as well with parallel realities. Don't try. Trying is so unnecessary. It's like Yoda said. It's like try, do, or do not. There is no try. He said something like that, I'm pretty sure. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan or whatever, but it's a very wise saying. And it's true. If you're like, I'm going to try to do this. When you say, I'm going to try to do something, it just means you doubt whether you can do it or not. It means I may do it, but I'm probably not going to do it. Trying means that you're probably not going to do it. Instead, just decide you're going to do something. If you're going to figure something out, don't try to figure it out. Figure it out. If you have this mentality, you then see that you can push through whatever you got to do. There is no, you know what, you could even, let's take this beyond Yoda, okay? Try, do, or do not, there is no try. Let's go beyond trying and doing, and let's go straight into being. Suck it, Yoda. Be, all right? Be the version of you. Be. Don't try, don't do, just be. Be who you are. Be that parallel reality version of you that you want to be. Just be that version of you. Because you understand it already exists, so why don't I just be it? You see, that's the difference. So there's this paradigm of think, do, be. And normally we think that we need to think about something, then we need to do something, then we can be someone. You can just give yourself permission to be right now when you tap into that parallel reality. You don't have to create 3,000 pieces of art and then open up an art gallery studio and then you could be an artist. You can just be an artist. Just paint. Just draw. So give yourself permission. Basically, the purpose of this video is to give yourself permission to be who you prefer to be and to tap into and assume the wish fulfilled. Assume the wish fulfilled. Don't try. Don't even do. Just be. Okay? Be present to the moment. Be who you prefer to be. And by doing so, you'll begin to be of the vibrational frequency of what you want to experience. Try, do, or do not. You can tell Yoda, go to suck it. Say, I'm going to just be, okay? Be in a higher vibration. Be who you prefer to be. Follow your passion. And by being, you will then experience a reality that is equal to how you are being. But if you are trying, or if you're even doing, then you're a step away from the being frequency of you being who you are. So step into being and understand that you will experience a reality that is equal to how you are being, and that is who you prefer to be. Not do, not think, not have, be. That's how you tap into the parallel reality you want. So with that being said, that meditation on decreased importance in the top of the description box below. I think if you listen to it over 21 days, it'll change your life. Also, I'll be doing more live Q&As on Instagram. Want to ask me questions about this? You're like, hey, Aaron, I want to know more about this parallel reality stuff. You can ask me. I do live Q&As. I also post twice a day there as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification gear so you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.